episode 80, which we just finished shooting, which was it was a very taxing and grueling shoot, because it was essentially something that we never done before, a way of shooting that we've never done before. Usually it's two big studio cameras, and that's how the show's been shot for 220 some odd episodes. And then they decided, and then Robbie Thompson decided it'd be a good idea to just see if we could not leave the car for 42 minutes. And so there became a lot of creative ways of putting cameras in unique places to try to facilitate.
That came out wrong.
I meant it.
The butt cameras are still here.
What? Immediately you go to anal cam.
But that's how I'm going to say boot. The boot cam?
No, it's not. You're lying.
The Becky. Then they know. That's all they know. What's the German? My German accent is awful.
I went from like Irish to Canadian to German in one sentence. Just like,
it's impressive, isn't it? Buckle up, ladies.
I'm very excited for that episode, though. Tom Wright directed it, who as you know, is fantastic, is amazing, and has been with us for many years. It's going to be really unique. I hope that it ends up being the product that we all hoped it would be.
We see some really cool. I read and maybe it was the breakdown. So the way kind of Supernatural works, and you can probably tell us better than I can,
Usually.
Well, before we get to the script that y'all end up seeing on television, that's called the production draft. And before the production draft comes the studio network draft. Before the studio network draft comes the writer's draft. Before that comes the outline. And before that is that's it. That's before the outline. What's called the one page?
The arena.
The arena. So they come up with a one page, it's called the arena. And it'll be Robbie Thompson writes literally on one page. I want in. I'll have it your end.
So, what? Anger management over there.
So the one page, I didn't read the arena, but I read the outline. And that's probably like 12 pages about what the scenes will be about. And I was like, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be certainly my favorite so far of the season, writing-wise. And we see a lot of cool. We have a great scene, and I'm not going to really tell what the scene's about, but it's just the boys in the Impala, Sam in the backseat, Dean in the front, like waking up. You see what Sam and Dean do when they're on the way to these places. You know, we usually see like Sam's on the computer. It's like found us a case, hit Oregon. You know, and it's like, all right, here we come, and then it pans away, and we're in our Fed suits, and we're in Oregon. But now you see like, hey, maybe Oregon's a 2-day drive away, so maybe the boys have to pull over to the side of the road and sleep. Sam gets in the back seat and he sleeps. And if they wake up at the same time, what do they talk about? Like, what does Sam and Dean do between these scenes? Dean sleeps naked.
Strip, close are too constricted. It's actually in the script. At one point, we're having that scene that we had a million times where it's like, okay, what's the case about? Where are we going? What are we doing? What's the problem? What's the monster? How do we fight it? How do we kill it? And then, you know, Sam kind of gives his knowledge, and Dean says a few things, and then it's like, okay, off we go. And it says in the script, it's like, and this is the time when we usually pan away or cut away, and then boom, we're entering into the town. But instead, they just sit with us, and we just ride along in silence. And then Sam has a line of like, you know, why do I get so much junk mail on my email? And so you get to see, it's more of an in-between the lines type of episode, which is really fun. I hope you guys really
It's really cool. And they didn't try, my only concern is that they were going to try and use some sort of like character to the Impala, like what does the Impala think? Like the Changing Channels episode or something? But they don't. It's literally just like we see what the Impala, like we see an episode of Supernatural from the Impala's point of view, but not with any characterization. It's going to be so cool. I'm really excited.
It says, no, you are a fly on the back seat of the Impala. That's the episode right there. So, yes, right.